crisis in Mahwah. There is a growing controversy between a group of Hasidic Jews who are just trying to practice their religion and some in town who aren't so happy with what they're saying is breaking the law. The real question is there anti-Semitism in Mahwah? There was a big meeting last night. Both sides have dug in and are not budging. Ariane, you were at that meeting.
Right.
What happened?
You're right, Bill. There is a big problem brewing in Mahwah, and it's all because of these white poles. And they're called Eruvs. They're put in towns in order to create a perimeter around a Jewish religion, and that's the Hasidic Jewish community. They are allowed to move within that space on the Sabbath carrying certain items. But the town of Mahwah says that those thin white poles are an illegal sign and they must come down. Residents are concerned that the Hasidic Jewish community is trying to take over their small, tight-knit town. The Hasidic Jewish community says that the town council is corrupt.
So please, if you won't listen to my facts of your corruption, then please better the people.
All right, Council President.
It's an age-old tale of fear versus discrimination, and some might say anti-Semitism. With over 500 people in attendance at the town hall meeting to discuss an ordinance that was broken, town officials threw a wrench into residents' plans to discuss the Hasidic Jewish community and the Eruvs by saying neither of those words are permitted in the discussion. So you have a conversation about Eruvs and the Hasidic Jewish community without being able to mention either one. Yeah. As you can expect, this left many of the residents confused.
I'm sorry.
We are not here this evening to discuss the Eruv or any particular religious group. We're not entertaining any comments from the public, nor will this body respond to any such comments.
I'm sorry, why are we here?
One by one, the Mahwah residents took the stand to confront the council with their issues, including overcrowding at the local parks, reduced property value potentially, and damage to their education system. Some years ago, a similar situation happened in Tenafly, New Jersey, where the Jewish community was successful in prohibiting the town from removing the poles. The residents of Mahwah are hoping for a different outcome.
We just want anybody, whether you are a resident or you are just coming to visit, we want you to abide by the laws of our town, our town ordinances, and the laws, and that's really it.
All right, thank you, Ariane. I want to bring in Rabbi Shmuley, also known as America's Rabbi. Rabbi, thank you for joining us on Chasing News. This, to me, listening to both sides, I try to see both sides on every issue that we have, but I can't see anything but anti-Semitism here. What do you say?
I'm shocked. You mean I'm here in Europe, which is the cradle of global anti-Semitism, and America is this land of promise and equality, and I'm hearing this story that in my home state of New Jersey, they're trying to stop Hasidic Jews from having a basic religious right, and they're afraid that too many of them will congregate. I mean, we're going to be swarmed with Jews? That's what they're afraid of? This is a weird story, really is. And it's very distressing, and it's making me very uncomfortable.
Yeah, I would agree with you, Rabbi. Let me ask you, just if you can help me clarify for people that don't know what an Eruv is. I understand it as it's just a boundary and a doorway that offsets a certain geography. What does it mean, though, to certainly a Hasidic Jew to be able to have this?
It means so much because the Sabbath is the restful day of the week. And if you want to take your kids to a park and push a stroller, if you need to carry food between two homes so that families can eat together, if you need to, without the Eruv, you can't carry from one domain to another, from one home to another, from your home to the synagogue. It's the difference between having a very enjoyable Sabbath and having a much more restrictive one.
Is there an easier way or simpler way, just to look at the other side for one moment, than to put poles affixed to a utility pole?
Let's be clear, this isn't about poles. No one even notices these poles. You're talking about things that are virtually, like the string that is connected between the poles is almost invisible. This is about people not wanting their communities to become too Orthodox Jewish friendly because they think, as you just said, that Orthodox Jews are going to overrun their communities. We've seen this in many cities. The cities always lose. Mahwah will lose. But beyond losing in court, And the reason why Tenafly lost and Mahwah will lose is because America actually does respect religious laws. America is a truly tolerant country. But more importantly, Mahwah will lose its reputation, and that's very sad.
Yeah.
Rabbi, I spoke to a resident of Mahwah who's been there for 20 years, and she said for her, this isn't about religion. It's about having the Hasidic Jewish community come knock on her door, ask for her to sell her house to them in cash. And then another problem is taking over the parkland that they don't pay taxes to maintain, and then turning that parkland into a dirty area where they can no longer take their children. That seems to be the root of the problem.
So the root of the problem is that the Jews are making the area dirty? That doesn't sound too great. That sounds like a pretty bigoted statement. I don't understand what she means. What does she mean they don't pay taxes? Jews, non-Jews, we all pay taxes. It's one of those things you can't get out of in life, right? What does she mean?
So there's an issue there where Hasidic Jews come into a community, they turn their homes into religious buildings, and as a result don't have to pay taxes on that property, thus not feeding the education system in that area. They're afraid that one of the top-rated education systems in New Jersey is going to fall apart because of the lack of funding, potentially.
Well, I don't know what they mean. If a property is used for a religious purpose, like a synagogue, so then it's used for a religious purpose. And if it's not, it's not. That's not a Jewish issue. That's a Catholic issue. It's an Islamic issue. It's a Jehovah's Witnesses issue. It affects everyone.
And every Jewish
home.
So
I don't know what they mean specifically Jewish.
And every Jewish home and Catholic home are not tax exempt.
Synagogue, obviously.
Right.
I'm sorry?
So, well, I said that every Jewish home, every Muslim home, every Catholic home, they're not tax exempt because a religious person dwells there. So it's a great point, Rabbi.
This is unpleasant stuff. It's prejudicial, and come on, we're better than this.
All right, Rabbi, be safe on your travels, and we'll see you when you get back. Thank you for joining us.
God bless you. Thank you very much.
Always appreciate your perspective. Thanks, Rabbi.